What do you think of when you hear the name John Calvin? Maybe a great reformer? Maybe a great theologian? Maybe a speculative theologian? Well, in this video, I want to talk about one of Calvin's contributions to biblical interpretation and how looking to his approach can help us interpret the Bible today as well. Hello and welcome to Clarity and Brevity. My name is Brandon Crow. Now, when you think about the Bible, we're talking about a big book. 39 books in the Old Testament, 27 books in the New Testament. And understanding how all of these books fit together can be a daunting task. There's a lot that's unclear in the Bible, but thankfully, as a whole, the Bible is a clear book. The main things about God, about salvation, about Christ, about creation, these things are clear. And it can be difficult to understand them, but we have teachers that can help us understand the Bible. Now, as we think about interpreting the Bible, this is where I want to look at the example of John Calvin. Calvin has a number of contributions to the history of the Christian tradition. One of those contributions is commentary writing commentaries on the books of the Bible. And I have in my hand here Calvin's commentary on Romans, written in 1540. And in this commentary on Romans, he has written a dedicatory epistle that precedes it from the year 1539. It was written to a guy named Simon Grynaeus. And in this epistle, Calvin writes about his goal of writing a commentary. As an expounder of the biblical text, Calvin's desire was not to be too complex. His desire was not to bore the reader with prolixity or too many words. His goal was to speak clearly about the mind of the author, to explain that, unpack it clearly. Lucid brevity. That's Calvin's goal in explaining the Bible. In his era, too many people had gone astray on this point, and they had often begun to comment on the comments of other people. But Calvin brings a fresh approach to commentary writing, and a fresh approach that will have, it's certainly built on those who came before, but it's going to leave a legacy beyond him as well. And he seeks to explain clearly the mind of the author. And Calvin's approach to commentary writing provides the inspiration for the name of this YouTube channel, Clarity and Brevity. My goal on this channel is to help you understand clearly the teaching of the Bible with short, clear videos that get right to the point and don't take up too much of your time. We need to understand how the whole Bible fits together. We need to understand how to interpret various portions of the Bible, how to interpret the Old Testament and its various genres there, how to interpret the New Testament and various types of literature in the New Testament. And we always need to understand how these books of the Old Testament and the New Testament point forward to Christ. How do we read the Old Testament that takes sensitively its context and also appreciates the fact that it's pointing forward to Christ? How do we read the coming of Christ in the New Testament and appreciate what he has done for us in the incarnation and think through the implications of how we ought to live now that he has ascended to heaven? And so this channel is designed to help you understand clearly the whole Bible and how it all fits together and points us to Christ. And Calvin is a great model here for the clarity and brevity that he seeks to bring to the task of commentary writing. Now, Calvin also does something else that will be helpful for us on this channel, and that is he not only writes commentaries, he also writes works of systematic theology. So we have his Institutes of the Christian Religion. And the Institutes is more of a work of topical exploration of what the Bible teaches. So we have this great model in Calvin who not only wrote commentaries on books of the Bible that we can still read today, but he also takes a more systematic or coherent approach to the whole Bible. So that's what we're also going to do on this channel. Not just what we might call biblical theology or interpreting various books of the Bible, but also looking at more systematic theology and how the whole Bible points us to particular insights on particular issues. What does the Bible say about God? What does the Bible say about creation, about salvation, about the church? And this will also bring us into the realm of historical theology. What were some of the major events or issues in the history of the church that can help us understand the right way to interpret the Bible today? Who were some of these names from church history that maybe you've heard of, maybe not, but understanding something about these people and their context can help us understand the right way to interpret the Bible today in a more faithful fashion. Whatever your level of exposure to biblical teaching or to the Bible itself, my goal on this channel is to help you understand the Bible better. Short videos that get right to the point and help you interpret the Bible faithfully in a Christ-centered way. So thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you're here. You can expect videos on this channel on a consistent basis that will cover church history, systematic theology, biblical theology, but in sum, all of these are here to help you understand the Bible well. You can expect me to be talking through some of these issues. In other videos, I will invite special guests on who are experts in their field who can share some of their expertise with you on the various topics that we will discuss. Until next time, keep it clear and focus on Christ.